what's up YouTube? Welcome to more trades. Welcome to the channel. We're going to analyze the charts, prepare for the coming week. As this weekend, as most of the weekends that we've been having for the past God knows how long, have been just corrective weekends. And we didn't expect much to happen. We just expected some sideways action. And that's all we got. Sideways action, sideways chop. But I'm looking here at the weekly time frame on Bitcoin. Just looking at the weekly, we could be, this is just for the hopium. I mean, it's not something I truly believe, but it is certainly possible. We know anything is possible in these markets. And if we take out all the drawings and indicators over here, and we take a look at that, and we go back in time. Let's go back, way back in time. Could we be somewhere here? 2015. Yeah? Could we be somewhere here? We came down and we're somewhere in this zone. This is on the weekly time frame. This was our FTX or 25K. And this was our 31K, and now we're coming down. Is it even possible? I'm just thinking that it could be a possible move that Bitcoin can pull. Anything is possible in this market. Why do I think that? Maybe some things are similar. Let's just take that and copy that all the way here. And drag it to the side, and let's go to present day. Because, I mean, we have a bearish scenario and we should have a bullish scenario. The bearish scenario says that we are going to make new lows. The bullish scenario says no, we're going higher. And then there is a mid scenario that no, we will go higher, but we're going to go down first. Where did it go to? Great. Where is it? There you go. We bring it here. Doesn't really look similar, but I believe we're somewhere here. Sorry, not 25K. Well, we could be in this. Well, it's a rough sketch, but could be doing, that is over here. Thing is, fractals don't always play out, and they don't play out candle to candle. But could we have been in here? Say this was here, and we came up, did that, and did this, what we did now. Our wick, consolidate, pump to about 27.8, 27.9, our resistance, come down, retest 26.3, and start breaking the highs to 33K. We could be doing that, right? And then we'll come back down, make a new low, a lower low compared to this, come down to the 25,400. Then blast off into the bull market. It is possible, but I don't mean to feed you hopium. I'll tell you what I see in the chart. We have a double top over here on the daily. We have an M pattern forming. We have the similarities between this, the pump, rotation, pump, drop. We had the pump, but we had the rotation over here. Pump, we didn't get the drop. So I can count this zone over here. I would say it's kind of similar to here, this except the gap over here. Then the second zone, could it be this? We're gonna get this, which if we take a fib retracement from the low, let's take it from the very low, we retraced about 0.618, I believe. Yeah, 0.618. There you go. Could we be doing that? So if we take it from this low and all the way to the peak, 31K, 0.618 brings you down to the 23.956. That's Fibonacci 0.618 retracement. That's about 24K. And at 24K, what do we have at 24K? Do we have anything that will be my Fibonacci channel at 24K? I'm gonna display it now. Just let me get back the drawings and indicators so I can show you what I'm looking at. I'm gonna get into Solana, Ethereum, Litecoin, Quant. Possibly I'm gonna get into some other coin, but for now, let's look at that. Let me get my indicators back. All right, 24K. 24K Fibonacci channel would be, no, it's not the Fibonacci channel. It's something, I'm sure I remember 24K being something, but I just can't remember. Where are my drawings at? Go to the daily, go to a different chart. Over here, where are my Fib channels? For some reason, when I display it here, I always suffer to find my Fib channels. That's Fibonacci time. There you go. Okay. On my Bitstamp chart. 24. That was around 23.9 something. 24K can bring you close to this Fib channel over here. Possibly a wick down to the 0.618 and bounce and get support over here at the 200 EMA, and I'll put it in another indicator, 200 EMA 24,749. And the projection of this 200 EMA, the prediction is that within on the 18th it should be hitting this. So if we continue like this till Thursday, that's a long time. I doubt that we either won't bounce or break down. One of the two is going to happen before Thursday. On Thursday we have I think Jerome Powell is speaking on Thursday, or on Friday we have let's look at this, let's look at Friday. Friday Jerome Powell, Chair Powell is speaking, so we'd expect some interesting things going into that, possibly during that and before that and after. Now looking at this at smaller time frames, did I get a buy signal? I'm sure I did. My buy signal was right over here today in the morning. This is on the 15 minutes, so take it with a grain of salt. I mean, it's just a 15 minute buy signal, so I wouldn't. That's from my other stream, from my Arabic stream. 15 minutes says long over here. I'm not gonna long it. We are in a good zone, but we lost the value area high. See, yesterday this part over here, I'll show you. I was considering a long when we opened a candle. I believe somewhere here we opened this candle above, or it was this candle. I think it was this candle. We opened, we pumped, and came back. Then I said, if it can still do that, I will take a long. It didn't give me a reason for a long. It's showing me the price is pushing up but pulling back down, pushing up, pulling back down. And what happens here? People go long, they get liquidated or stopped out. Long, liquidated, stop out, and so on. So in that case, it tells me there is a high possibility. We're trying to go up. We're showing that we're going up, but we're not. We were doing it here. Down, we didn't go anywhere. Down, we didn't go. Down, we didn't go. Then we pushed up. Now it's up, up, up. We came down. Now we came down again. We pushed down and we pulled back up again. Okay, so there is some accumulation going on here, or redistribution. I would imagine there's a good chance that we're going to make a lower low before going to make a higher. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you go on the hourly, take away indicators and look at this. There is a possibility because this over here is not complete. We have sort of an ABC, and in the C you would have a 5 wave, or you could look at a W, X, and you're coming down in a Y. Your Y wave would have 5 or even 3, but your ABC would have a C wave with 5 waves. And if I look at this, I can say, okay, 1, 2 in my C, and I could call this a 3rd wave, 4th, possibly we completed the 5 wave. But I'm still not convinced, because I feel there's a lot of corrections going on here. So I could say that we're completing. The 3rd was over here, 2nd was here, and this could have been just our 1st. Or this was a 1, 2, and here's our 3rd, and our 3rd has 5 waves. In the 5th 5 waves, we still have one more leg down. We still have one more leg down, possibly one more leg. And this pullback is a correction, in my opinion. We moved up in an A. We will pull back in a B, which we did a very shallow one. A B should or preferably 26.4 fib, or even 26.249, or even if it's gonna overshoot. If you're gonna overshoot and you're gonna have something like this, because what I'm counting is, look at that, that's a 1. This wave, this impulse down was a 1, 2, this is a 3, and now we're in a 4 and a 5. The 2 was sharp, the 2 pulled back quickly, so the 4th wave will be either long, a triangle, or it will pull, it will stretch out. So it could do something like this, where we have that A, we had an A now, and we come back in a B. The problem with a B wave, it could even overshoot the A wave, break down. We could still have that. And then we have the C wave, which could be long, or it could also be short to here or something. So we're still in the correction. We got our A. Our B wave didn't come deep enough. I believe we still have a bit more depth for the B wave. Then we go up in a C, and everyone will think that's it. That's a reversal. The C will be completed to 27.8, preferably not to break the 28.9. Once the C is completed, we're going to come down, give that 5th leg. Then you'd have a 5th leg, you'll have a 3rd leg, you had your 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Because you also had, this is a C, this is a small account C, this could have been a B, and then somewhere here you had an A, you had an A, B, C, making your A, and then here you had some sort of a range in your B, and now you come back in your C, completing this entire leg, which is a Y leg, or even maybe a C leg. Doesn't matter. The structure is what matter. We look at the structures and try to determine what are the probabilities for the move. Now that's for Bitcoin. What I'm looking at also ATR. I was talking yesterday about the ATR. ATR is coming very low. You need to be aware of that. The last time we were here, we could go lower, but I'm just telling you, the last time, this was on the 10th of, on the 30th of April, we were at 98.799. At the moment, we're at 104. That means we're getting tighter and tighter. What happened the other day when we came down and we wicked up, when we did that dump and all that, we came directly into the VWAP. We came into the VWAP and we bounced off the VWAP. Or even if you pull your moving averages and go to the weekly, maybe you'll find an EMA, 50 EMA coming in there with the VWAP. See that? So yeah, that's what happened the other day. We had another cryptocurrency exchange or lender going down, filing for Chapter 11, BlockFi. So that maybe also helped it go down, pushed it further low. I told you guys to look at the RSI on the daily. We're looking at the daily RSI. The RSI at the daily has to, my preferred scenario, before we start pumping, that would give me further indication and more confidence in entering the market. Bitcoin not to break the 10th of March low. 10th of March low sits at 19,521. But what I want Bitcoin to do is come down, and for my RSI to come and do this. My RSI to come down, break March low's RSI over here, forming a lower low, while in price action, what I would like to see in price action, a higher low, possibly that 25 to 24 range, and that will give me hidden bullish divergence, telling me there is a continued, at least in the medium term, there is a continued trend to the upside, possibly to the 32,500 zone that I've been talking about for a while. And if we can get there, that would be very good, 32.5. But we will be looking at resistances above us once we start making that move. So for the day, we're still green. We have the weekly candle close. That's when you see insane volatility. Then Asia markets open and we get those moves. So towards the weekly candle close, if we stay like this, I would expect in the weekly candle close, we get something like a spike down, and then only to continue higher. Because I would expect to get that B wave down. Maybe not break the A wave, but I would expect 26,400 maybe, get the 0.5 fib retracement, break this psychological low, then give me that C leg to the upside. We'll measure it as it happens. Possibly if we get that B wave, I'll just give you so you are ready. If you get that B wave that comes to the 0.5 fib, 26,400, then your C wave, I believe, would come all the way, could come all the way between these targets. So you say you go down today between the 0.5 and 0.618, somewhere here, 26,300. You could pump and still be in a C wave to 27.6. Of course, the golden pocket is the secret zone. We always say the golden pocket over here, we might face some resistance. And if you want to stretch it out, 1.618, 28,400. Once we start crossing 28.9, the value area low, somewhere here along the upper range, fixed range volume profile, then we might have a different count. We might have a bigger wave B, because the counts may change, and it may be we're starting in our third wave up, because essentially we are in a 1-2 of a smaller degree. This was a big degree. We had 1, 2, and now we're expecting a third, and in the third we got a 1 and 2. The wave 2 can't be as big as this or even bigger, so we need to be aware of that. So the wave 2 needs to finish soon, and we need to rotate for it to be valid. Now we get the what was I saying? This was a correction to the downside. See, so we had a possible A, B, C, W, X, Y. Or if you go here, you can say your A came down, your B, or even here A, B, C. And if we start going up, it could mean most probably that you're reversing if you start getting above 28.9. Now I'm gonna go in Ethereum a little quicker, because Ethereum slightly different scenario. Ethereum could rotate first to the upside before Bitcoin, because it looks a bit different than Bitcoin on the chart. It could be completed. It could be an A, B, C completed, and we completed an A, we go up in a B, and then come back in a C. How high can the B go? Let's look at a smaller time frame, and we look at that. Okay, we were up here, we came down in a correction, A, B. This could have been a B, and now we're coming down in a C leg, and a C leg we come in an A, B, in an A, which had 5 moves. This is very impulsive. Look at that. 1, 2. We could say this was the third. I'm not very happy with how it looks. It looks very 3-wave-ish. 4, we completed the 5th, and that completed the A, and we're waiting for this, the B to the upside. Now the B, 0.5 fib, 1879, that's very high, and then 0.618, 1914. But if you count this move down, we go to a smaller time frame and dissect it and say this was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in an A wave. Our B wave for this smaller, you see, you need to dissect it. Our B wave up could come up came up all the way to 0.5 fib at around 1811, something like that. And we are expecting 0.5 to be a good zone. 0.618 will be stretching it, and then we have the 0.786, 1855. So if Ethereum is going to give me one more leg up B, then come down C, whilst Bitcoin is going to give me one more B down, then C to the upside, we'll see what happens. Fixed range volume profile targets are still there on the chart. You could see them. We have the value area low close to the 0.5 fib at 1807. We'll have the POC at 1866, preceded by 1850, this zone where we reacted with a wick over here. You could see perfect wick as good support, and it was previous resistance over here, and over here perfect wick resistance. So I marked it out here. It's a zone we bounced off on 12th of April 2023, perfect support. So I marked it out as long as we're below 1850. So if Ethereum pumps like crazy today and says, hey guys, I'm going to the moon today, I expect 1850 to be some sort of a brick wall in front of Ethereum, and then maybe it will try to do something else. So yeah, we see this ABC in one move gave us a 1.618, and we are retracing, or have retraced, to the 0.382. Maybe it gives us one more low like Bitcoin. We are holding this trend line that I drew. The trend line goes back here, this wick and this other wick. So these wicks gave me this trend line, which you see is some sort of support. The other day we broke below, and now we're above. In Bitcoin, that trend line is there, and we are trying to hold it, I believe. We are above it. Bitcoin's way better. We're here. That's the trend line. We are over here. Solana, on the other hand, Solana is not showing much strength. It moved up, nice. It was forming some sort of a double top, some corrective wave to the downside, maybe followed by another one to the upside, only to come down again. I'm not sure, but as long as we are above the 20.9, that's good. But it doesn't seem we're going to get there. I think it's going to roll over Solana. Looks very much it's going to roll over, and this is some sort of a complex correction. But it looks like it's going to roll over, and as long as Solana can't get above the 20.9, then I see 18.343 down there, and we could have a fib retracement to that level. I could show you. I think we do have a fib retracement. This was a 1-2, and then we expected Solana to do another 1-2, but this sort of failed. We needed to stay above. We came already below. So my hope for Solana now is that this move down back here, $8, $9, $16, $16, sorry. It doesn't break the 19.864, the 0.618 retracement. We have the 0.786 at 1817, close to the 18.343. You see, Solana has to maintain this. We had a big 1-2 over here, and this was supposedly as a micro 1-2 in the bigger wave 3. So we're going to have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the upside, completing a big wave 3, but it's failing. And if we start failing over here, then we start breaking over here, that would be very concerning. If we break the $16 zone, it's going to tell you this 1-2, and your next 1-2 is the next 1-2 has failed. So you failed. You have to relaunch again. And where are you going to relaunch? You have to take a projection from here, 1, 2, and see where's your fib zones coming. It could go down as low as $12. I've been saying it for a long time. We could go as low as $12 and still be in the bullish setup if Solana start losing these highs. Only below $12, that's when you get a lot of indication that this is invalid. $16 and $12. Ethereum, Solana. So yeah, the targets for Solana today. If Solana starts pumping like crazy and starts going up, and you want to trade it, you would just pull up a fixed range volume profile for the upper range and look at it and see where's your fixed range volume profile. Let me take away these Fibonacci retracement. Your fixed range volume profile could take you all the way to this green box that I marked in my other stream, my Arabic stream for crypto. It could take you between the 22.8 and 23.6. Once you start getting above that, then you need to mark these zones over here. These are POCs and value area highs of May 2022 range. I have it on the chart. I hope I'm not wrong. Please don't do this to me. Where's May 2022? May 2022, please don't do this to me. This is 2021, 2022. What am I doing? Let's do this and see if I'm right. May 2022 was here, and I would say no, that's wrong. This range, these value area highs and fixed range volume profile, probably, I doubt it was this range. It must have been a different range. Maybe it's just this top price action over here that at the moment isn't relevant, but once we get there, then maybe it will have some relevance. Yeah, I'll have to see what that is about. We have the POC aligning perfectly over here almost, and value area high. So I think it was this range on the 4 hourly. I was looking at it, but if we are able to get above the value area low, which looks like we are doing that on Solana, and remember today is a weekly candle close, so if we are above the value area low and we can hold it, we've been trying for days, we've been failing. Look at that. This looked promising. We came back down. This looked like a big green candle. We came down. This looked good. It was opened above or somewhere here, and we're between, we're sandwiched, the value area low. Now I marked this as the value area low. I'm sorry, I need to bring that lower. I'm going to bring it lower to show you, because the value area has moved. So essentially we could still be above the value area low. We are above the value area low, and as long as you're getting a good bounce from the value area low, what's your next zone? I always teach this. I always say it. POC 23.281. Of course, you'll be looking for resistance at the low of this box, the top, or even this POC over here. And then if you don't get a rejection, this is how you start climbing. You go up, you're looking at what next? You're looking at the next zone over here, the upper price range that I had marked earlier, the POC and value. This is a POC, 24.322. So you'll just be soldiering and crawling up if you can. You need to get above, if you're new to the channel and haven't heard this before, you need to get above the 27 just to talk about the 32. That's for Solana. I've been saying that for months. We got above the 26. It was 26. We got above it only to break down. Now I'll tell you, you need to get above the 27. Bitcoin's journey to 33K is possible if Bitcoin doesn't start breaking down and losing this. I needed to say this because Bitcoin may have a journey to 33 or 35. If it goes below this, then it's not over, but I'm telling you that below the 21.9, I mean 0.887, 20.818, this bullish scenario becomes less likely and less likely. And once we start entering the 20K zone, the CME gap recovery zone, then most probably you're going for lower lows. That will be so far away. You'll be down at 20K or 17K and people will be selling at 17K. You sell the highs, you buy the lows. You have a point of control coming at 19,178 for Bitcoin. Trade setups, if you start pumping, you just look at the levels. Value area low, you're still struggling at it on Bitcoin. That is a zone you could chance a short if you want to. But in my opinion, I'm already very low. We might get a bounce. Weekly candle close. But value area low, where it's very risky. Look at that chop. Because it's a weekend, it's a choppy trade. This is looking flat. ATR is very low. We're going to have an explosive move very soon. We're going to move very soon. Today or tomorrow, in my opinion. Quant, above 101.50, hit perfectly. The other day I was showing my target. Candle hit it to the cent, 101.51. Now Quant is looking much better than them. Quant bounced off that level, is holding the 50 EMA. Looks like a V-shaped 50 EMA. Very nice. Some sort of inverse head and shoulders playing out over here with a neckline. If we broke the neckline. Now what next? We might form a bigger shoulder in Quant only to pump out. We could come down, form that. Then we have a neckline somewhere here. Then we go up. That's even possible. Quant next target's 114. Below 114, 101.51. Those are the only targets I have for Quant. We could have many targets in here, but it will just clutter the view. For Quant, same thing. Bitcoin goes up, Quant goes up, everything goes up. But these are the targets to trade. You want smaller ranges, you could go to the hourly and you could look at your range and you could draw a range. Look at that. I drew this line just now. The neckline over here, I have a range from 101.51, I'll say, roughly, to this range. I like to put it like this. I don't want to go up here, but you could. I will just put it here. 107.66. That's my range for Quant. We can play it. That's a $6 range with leverage. It could do a lot. Now for Quant, if you go to Litecoin, you look at Litecoin. Litecoin, my targets, my psyche for Litecoin is the same. If you can't get above the 85, you can't even talk about the 95. Next target is 73. Though we're doing this pattern, I feel we're going to kiss the 73 very soon. Very soon. I might be wrong, but Litecoin might do that. I'm not short on Litecoin. I'm just letting you know what I think. We are above the POC for this micro range. And if you want to look up here, this range, I would like to put a fixed range volume profile here and look at this range. Then you have your value area low, POC, and value area high. In case you start coming above the 85, you can see it. But if Litecoin comes to 85, I would think that's a good buy, a good sell, sorry. Because we reject from it. Whenever we're below it, we reject. We may pump out. Look, we came up, spiked above, came down, spiked above, came down, then we pumped up. We might do that again for Litecoin. Quantum Litecoin. That's about it. That's my update for Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum, and Quantum Litecoin. If you like the update, smash the likes. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. And subscribe to the channel and join the free Discord. Doesn't cost you anything to like the stream. Doesn't cost you anything to join the free Discord. You might get some nuggets every now and then. I might post a trade that I'm doing. It's a small community, so don't expect a very big community. I'm just getting started off and I'm trying to grow it. So yeah, much appreciated. Thank you for giving me your asset, your most precious asset, your time.